Okay, so this is pretty big news for me because this is something that I expected it to happen, but I wasn't expecting to see the PV now. Like this is only a PV, not like the actual official trailer. So one of my favorite manga, Tune Into the Midnight Hearts, is having an anime adaptation. And this is a manga I've been keeping up with for since before chapter 1. I remember seeing this on Twitter and got instantly captivated by the actual manga of the story. I think where is the picture? Yeah, this one. I mean, this is a little bit cut out, but I saw this and I instantly want to read the manga when it comes out. For unfortunately, the official translation is only in US, and since I'm in Australia, I had to pull some strings to even read it. Uh, yeah, just to read it. But now I found a more streamlined way to actually read it, so I don't have to go to Kodansha. I think they're also called K manga as well. Yeah, so I can't really read this official like legally, but hey, it is just such a good product. Uh I still wish I bought the a volume of the manga though when I was in Japan. I think I might make a Japan video soon, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this it finally has a PV. I mean, it finally has announced the anime adaptation, which I kind of knew about like a couple weeks ago, maybe, but it kind of confirmed, I think, a couple of days ago, and I might as well play it. Like, this is like I'm pretty excited for this. Like, I something in my like this is something that I really enjoy. I will just I'll just let it play out for a little bit and just to talk about it. Yeah, they basically showed all the characters, blah. I'll go in depth and talk about. I'll probably go through each one and just see what kind of my concerns about stuff that I'm interested about, stuff that looks cool, blah. You gotta get the point. Yeah. So it's coming out in 2026. That's the first thing that really pops out. Yeah. So this still has some time, so I won't be too harsh on it. Uh, and yeah, because this isn't just a manga that I really enjoyed. I kept up. This is like top 9 for me, like top 9, top 10. I think I would rate this. Funny, funny enough, I would rate this at the same level as Shangri-La Frontiers, which Shangri-La Frontiers I would call top 5. So I think, like in terms of manga, this Tune Into the Midnight Hearts and Shangri-La Frontiers are currently fighting for first place. Like they're fighting for first place. Which one do I like love more? It's so hard. It's like choosing two different babies. One is Shangri-La Frontiers, amazing show, high action, high impact, amazing fights. That absolute, it's such a good show. Such a good show. I showed it to my friends. They loved it as well. Tune Into Midnight Hearts. This is like peak. This is peak harem for me. Like this is kind of what I wanted harem to be like. It has everything I want in it. And I've been reading a lot of like harem anime slash manga. Do I even have my anime list open? No, I don't. Like, I am a degenerate in terms of how much manga, like how much harem shows I have. Like this is like, I think most of them is like harem shows. I think I probably should just rate most of them, put it in score. Like, I think like right now, peak harem I would say I put it as To Love Ru. Not really. I don't know why. Where's Shangri-La Frontiers? That should be 10. I'll fix that later. And you see like some other harem shows that you would expect, and then blah blah blah. I watch a lot of harem, and not even like you can see that like yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of it. Also, that doesn't count like the 1,086 titles of different manga I've read. Most of it definitely harems falls in a harem. Most of it's trash. Like I watched a heap load of trash. Like I cannot fathom how many I've read. Like I've read even stuff that I hadn't even put it up. Like I watched I dropped quintessential quintuplets. I dropped so many harem manga that like people love. Like came out recently. Like I'm also currently reading this one as well. That's also hopefully this gets an anime adaptations right now. Like in the manga chapter 56, it's actually dealing with something that should be dealt with a little bit early on, but it's better now than never. So that's pretty good. But on to like back to Tuning to the Midnight Heights. Like this is, ooh, I have some concerns about this. Like yeah, it looks great, but I do have some things I'm worried about. Like the first couple of scenes, like this part, like where they're showing Yabuki. Well, I call him Arisu. Why not? I call him Arisu because that guy's the goat. Him listening to Apollo, which is like should be like the first part of the chapter. Like this looks really good. I really like this, and this is where my main concern comes in around when they show the characters. The PVs, this is fine. This is what I'm a little bit worried about especially with Rika. Yeah, that's Rika. How they showed Rika, Nene. I think they did alright with Iko. Also not really with Shinobu as well. I know this is a PV, but I'm concerned about this. Like one of my biggest gripe about anime is where they just linger onto the shot too much with only the mouth moving. Like where they try to make movement by like sliding over. I don't know how they say it. This is my main concern, and I will talk about this reason later why I have a main concern. This is fine, just because how they framed it. It's how the camera movement works. It feels like she's actually try to pull a camera towards her, which this works a lot better. This is way too static for Shinobu. So that's my concern of the show, where it's only just slideshows and not really any effort put into it. And there is my Arisu. I'm gonna tackle his character right now because the other girls I will talk about how I feel about the design. Right now I can say Arisu, he looks amazing. The goat looks amazing. One of my favorite characters. Bro has a spunky. He's a unique type of character that has personality. He has an amazing personality. I love him so much. And then I might tackle this how I feel about this. Might as well just play this out as well. I'm not going to tackle too much how I feel about this, but in terms of the voice acting, I am I'm pretty excited because I feel like they're going to do the voice acting well in 2026. And this is published by this is only the producers, not the actual studio, which is the NBC Universal Anime / Music. So that does take some stuff out. I think someone mentioned. I think I can find it quickly. Oh yeah, that I might as well show this. Yeah, this is the author drawing for the anime adaptation thingamajiggy. Yeah, official art is to celebrate the anime adaptation. I think I just go through. I can skip most of it because I have most of them on there. Yeah. It kind of yeah, it kind of had that announced a couple of days ago. Um, Whereas they talked about, yeah. So we can rule out some stuff like since it's not going to be produced by A1 or Doga Kobo. Not too sure what they do though. Okay, I can already tell they're not doing Oshinoko, so okay, that's actually pretty big. They make really good stuff. Actually, no. Wait, no. It has a chance because it's also run by NBC Universal Entertainment for the producers. I want to talk about this, so it has a chance that might be that studio. And yeah, I do care about what studio animate this because this really, because this is really important if this manga does well. So this anime adaptation does well or not. Like this is like pretty big. I think I also try to translate it. Couldn't find anything really. They talk about Tune Into Midnight Hearts, original work, serialized in Kodansha, which yeah, I already said that. They don't really reveal any cast members. There's going to be more information on the 23rd of March, so it's probably going to talk about that when if they ever release any more information. Hopefully they do. So yeah, that's not it. I have a lot more to go through. I think I can probably just skip through this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, yeah, let's go to the next one. I'm not a big fan of the name. Finding the girl behind the voice. I understand. I think I kind of understand why they call it, but I do prefer calling it Tune Into the Midnight Heart. I think Tune Into the Midnight Heart is a much better name than Finding the Girl Behind the Voice. I don't know why, how to explain it, but Finding the Girl Behind the Voice, especially the later chapters, he's not really focused on finding Apollo. He has a different motivation of his in the story, and I think that if he even established it pretty early on, I think I will tackle it in those panels. So I'm not a big fan of what's called because Tune Into the Midnight Heart is such a good title. So changing it makes me kind of iffy. I refuse to call it Finding the Girl Behind the Voice. And let's go for the actual characters now. PV of each character and blah blah blah. So this is Rika. If I remember, yeah, that is Rika. I don't know why I hesitated for a bit, but Rika. After Matt, she probably has like out of all the four of the girls, I think she has the most accurate kind of look that I kind of envision. So I'm okay with her actual design of Rika, and she will have the most focus if I remember. If they adapting adapting the first couple of chapters, Rika would have the most amount of focus. Followed by I think Eco. It's Rika and Eco has more screen time. I mean, there's also Nene as well. But I do know Shinobu. Right now, Shinobu has the least amount of interactions, but they're actually fixing that. Like but she has more focus. Like currently in the manga serialization. Also, I gotta say, the volume chapters. I love the first 4 volume chapters. How they lay it out, amazing. Also, I do like the current one, but we're still missing one. We're still missing Rika. So yeah, this is. I just love the volume covers of the show. Fun fact: I think if I remember, the shortest shortest volume is this one, and the rest have like. I think this has like 5 chapters, and these have like 67. I think no, 7 to 8 or something. I can't remember, but yeah, these have more chapters than the first volume. Don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna tackle that later. Okay, so this is Rika. No complaints on the design. Then it goes to Nene. This one is definitely the one that I have the most. I just don't. Not a big fan of her design, like her coloring in terms of her coloring, and also her eyes as well. I'm not going to tackle this until this one, but from original design, hopefully I can show the big picture of this. I do prefer the coloring of the actual manga over the anime. Especially, I don't like her sweater, the color of her sweater. I much prefer the black one. I much prefer this design. Also, her color is a lot more brighter than this. I'm not a big fan of her hair color. But then again, her hair color is just in general pink hair. Just it's a hit or miss for me, anyways. Um, there's Eco. I'm mostly fine with it. Comparing to the manga, I don't like her hoodie having a different like color compared to the rest. It's a little bit jarring having this color. I feel like if they kept it like black or blue, it might work out much better, which is how I feel. Like, what? Like, I probably should go to chapter one. I think this one I covered chapter one of it. I think. Yeah, I do like this color a little bit more. They did change it to blue, which is fine. But if they committed fully on the blue, I would like it a little bit more. It's just this part of the hoodie I just don't like. But her face is completely fine though. I do like her colorization of her actual look, her face. And then finally is Shinobu, the least, like the girl that has the least amount of screen time for now because she having a lot more currently. She's fine. Like I have no complaints about her. She is I would say I like Rika's more a bit than yeah, because this is the thing that I envision when I see Rika. This one is like, yeah, I can definitely see it. Is everything is accurate and I have no complaints. What do you want to see? Yeah, no, but I do, yeah. There is a slight difference where she does have a orange. Oh no, wait. Oh no, this is just colorization. Now I don't have any problems with it. Never mind. So yeah, I would say Rika's my favorites in terms of character designs, like how they adapted to. And then it's Shinobu, Iko, and Nene. But I like all four of these characters. Like if you, I cannot actually pick one. Like usually in horror manga, you have like that one that you rooting for. In this manga, I'm rooting for all of them. Like I can't choose one of them. Like this is a unique case where I can't. I like all four of them equally, but none of them are best girl in the show. I'm not gonna talk about who's best girl right now because I'll probably show it later. But currently I'm rooting for all four of them. But best girl is not really on the race for the main character. So yeah, I was gonna keep it like that. And let's just go here. So this scene, like, okay, how can I say this? Voice acting is completely fine. I don't have any problems with it. This is where my main concern comes in and why I am a little bit skeptical. Yeah, this is fine. It's a really good adaptation of the source material. But I do prefer the manga for a lot of reasons. Number one is I don't like them showing the background because how this is conveyed with the white background, not showing anything, with a little bit of like the I don't know what these are called again, but like it feels like effects to emulate their voices. This making the background white basically focus on what all four of them are saying towards Arisu, and it just solely focuses on their dialogue, and that's what I really like about it, especially with how they convey voices with those special effects. I'll call it special effects, but it's more like I don't know how to explain it, but there's a big portion of me talking through this thing or going through this, like how they framed it here is so good that this doesn't have the same feeling. It's missing that one element, which honestly may be saved if they added more of the visualization of their voice, which is shown through all these stuff, and I'll go through my favorites and all these stuff. So like this does not really cannot really compare to this, you know. And I do have some gripes. Okay, this is also another thing. I do prefer Nene's design here in the manga over her face here. I don't know why, but it just doesn't click with me. Like, I don't know why, but I do have not a big fan of Nene's anime adaptation. That's just a me thing though. But hey, if they can make it work, and since they have like a lot of time, since this is coming out in 2026, and this is like a PV, so it's probably not completely finished and it's not done yet. So I'm not gonna be too harsh on it, but I still a little bit concerned. I think this is just the website. I don't think I really have anything to say. I mean, this just shows each character that having a little bit more stylization of it, adding a little bit of lines. I wouldn't say lines. It's highlights. Is it? I think it's highlights. That's what it is. I'm not too sure. And it goes through what each personality, what are their goals and stuff like that. And I already covered this one. This is nothing. But yeah. So yeah, I think I already talked about this scene, and I'll dive deeply because showing this one, not showing any of this. This is weird to say sound effects, but more of the visualization of the sound is my main concern, because this is like one of the things that made me sold on the actual manga, is how they visualize sound without words. Like, this is one of my few favorite scenes. I did talk about this in one of my videos, is this scene. How they able to capture the moment, how they can easily just visualize sound, the intensity of the sound. I think they won't adapt this, so I won't be too concerned about this. Also, this is probably the best, probably my favorite of the how they visualize sound. Amazing art. They're not going to adapt this as well because this is a little bit further from the manga. Yeah, they're gonna adapt this as a sound. This is chapter 14. So definitely this is one of the bigger moments. I don't know how they're gonna adapt this, but you kind of understand that. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned on how they visualize sound, as well as now they're conveying sound through anime. This is like my main issue, which is why I have gripes with this scene in general, just because the visualization of sound in this manga is amazing. I already showed one for Eco. That's not really visualization for Eco, but more of the VTuber she likes. I can't remember. There's one with Rika. This will definitely be animated. This is like chapter 3, I think. Yeah, chapter 3. You can tell, like, those lines you can see over there. It kind of, like tiny little details they do in this manga really makes this amazing. Like, holy crap! This manga is weekly, by the way. This manga is weekly, and they're producing this level of this level of art. Like, I'm surprised they're not burnt out yet. I'm still surprised. And also, did I mention this? Like, this manga and Shangri-La Frontiers are my favorite. Funny fact: this manga, Tune Into the Midnight Hearts, and Shangri-La Frontiers, both of them, they're from different like issues, but like different publications. But these two releases chapters every single Wednesday. So Shangri-La Frontiers, and Into the Midnight Hearts, my two favorite manga, releasing chapters the same day, bro. Wednesday is the day I always get excited about, man. I still can't believe that those two releases on the same day. But man, I am so. Oh, I love this. I'm getting so sidetracked. But this manga is so good. I love it. Especially, like, holy crap. I'll show you another one. I don't think. Yeah, this is just a continuation where, like, also this is also another reason why I kind of don't like the name of the show. Because this is established early on where he kind of stops trying to find Apollo around chapter 14. I mean, I would say chapter 14, 15. Where is it? Where he has a different goal, which is trying to become a producer, which is why I don't like this. Because he doesn't focus on it. Because this part of the manga, he has a chance to find out. But he refuses because it will kind of ruin himself. He'll ruin his current goal of just his current goal. Like, that's what I'm gonna end it there. I don't know what else I'm gonna say. Also, another of a visualization of Rika. Like, Rika has a lot of early chapters for herself. She has kind of less now, but like, to be fair, like, they had to focus on Shinobu at some point, so I'm not too mad about that. And yeah, another shows how they visualize sound, which, please, this is something that I do want them to have. Like, this is like the reason why I also read this manga. I mean, there's also like one more reason, but I'm not going to talk about it. And yeah, this is absolutely highly detailed, and holy crap. I don't think I showed. Yeah, you can see like, look at those backgrounds. This is like not even. This is like a small page, and each one has highly detailed backgrounds. I didn't show that much of Iko or Shinobu. I mean, Iko are probably, like, I guess, like, I would say for Iko, one of my favorites of Iko's is still this panel. For Shinobu, it came out recently in the manga. I probably won't spoil it. But it's the As You Like scene. That's definitely my favorite of Shinobu currently. But either way, she doesn't even have that much. Like, I think this is all the double spread panels that they have right now. So they have like these are all of Rika. So yeah, Rika has quite a lot. This is Nene's. This is definitely my favorite of Nene's. Like, this, I don't think they're gonna show this in the anime unless they're doing 24 episodes. If they're doing 24 episodes, maybe this will be covered. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite of Nene's. And then Shinobu only has 2, and these. Is this early or later? No, this is. Oh no, this is early. This is definitely early. This is when they had a school festival, but this is definitely a later chapter. And then Iko has some as well. Iko has less than I thought. But yeah, these. But yeah, these like how they it's such a beautiful manga. Like this is like one of the like in terms of visually, this manga is definitely my favorite out of all of them. Also, I did mention about the best girl. I might as well show the best girl, my favorite character, which they will show. Where is it? I, yeah, there. I don't know why I couldn't see it. Lemon, yeah, she's my favorite character. Lemon, Lemon Ando, Ando. I don't know. 27, bro. She's definitely my favorite character. And yeah, yeah. Alright, this is okay. I'm just gonna skip this one. Yeah. And yeah, so number one, my big concern is I talked way too much about it. I feel like I lost the point. But yeah, the first one is definitely how they visualize sound, which is the thing that I'm concerned about because depending on what studio is doing it, they either will do it or will not do it. And then the second thing is how would they end each episode? And this sounds weird, but this is another thing I really like about how they did Tune Into the Midnight Heights because a lot of chapter titles are integrated to the story. Like this is one of the first examples that I can think of is Iko saying, "Oh come on, isn't that what you told us to do? Lock the door if it's embarrassing." Which she technically does say this line. I mean, she probably doesn't. I'm not too sure how they adapt it, but it's something that I kind of expect. Oh yeah, yeah, she does say it in the next chapter, which is something that I want them to adapt as well. But I don't know how it would work. But hopefully they adapt this in general. It's gonna be hard, but hey, hopefully they do it. And I think, yeah, I'm gonna talk about a little bit of like potential studios. From what I saw, from these stuff, some of them are pretty good. Like studios, like I saw C2C as one of them. I think that's Lurch. Studio Lurch. No, Zebek. That's Zebek. I don't know why I said Lurch. Zebek does Tullover. That's something I should have known. Grisaya, 8-bit. Like 8-bit is also another really good one. What's another one that I know they do? Another Grisaya. That's oh yeah, no, yeah, they do also Lurch as well. Lurch will be a pretty decent one, but like some of them I can tell you is like yeah they can do a pretty good adaptation of it. But when I was looking through all of it, there's one studio that they do that NBC Universal Entertainment Japan does work with, which is my biggest concern, and this is why I kind of was scared when I first saw this. When I saw how the scene where how they move from like that is this JC stuff. Please don't be JC stuff. Please, I don't want JC stuff to touch this. Like I don't want JC stuff to be I don't want them to be involved with Tune Into the Midnight High. That's my main concern. If JC Staff works on Tune Into Midnight High, I would cry. I would cry because this is my favorite manga. They already butchered a lot of manga that I liked. Like one of my favorite manga I like to read, although I call it the fast food manga. They used to do bangers though. I couldn't say that, but recently they have dropped off pretty bad. They did Shokugeki no Soma and the adaptation of Shokugeki no Soma is pretty bad. They did season 2 of One Punch Man. That wasn't that good. They also have a track record with somehow I can name 2 series from JC stuff that they touched the 3rd season and absolutely butchered it, which is I can probably find it now. Where is it? From what I heard, I mean, they also did like the whole entire season of this. But is it wrong to pick up a girl? Is it wrong to pick up a girl in the dungeon? Season 3 was horribly. It was just bad, straight up bad. And season 3, they touched season 3 of. I know it somewhere. I know it somewhere because this honestly made me drop it. Yeah, Data Life season 3. They touched Data Life season 3 and. Oh, that's a bad adaptation. That is a bad adaptation. And luckily, they didn't touch on Data Live Season 3 after that. I mean, sorry, Data Live in general. Another studio took over Data Live, which is amazing. So yeah. Just because they showed something like this, I'm kind of concerned with JC Staff. Especially, if I remember, JC Staff do specialize in sound as well. They're really good with... Like, there's one credit I can say. At least they can handle sound effects well, which makes this like a little bit more concerning because this is actually based on a lot of voice. Like this is very voice based. This is like heavily into like talking about like voice acting type role. I would say like so it's very heavily with like dialogue and stuff. So. It has a chance of JC stuff. If it's JC stuff, I'm crying. I'm straight up crying because they are not going to do this. They are not gonna animate. They're not gonna visualize the sound, and that's like the main concern. If they fail this, if it's JC stuff, I'm crying. Okay, so this is my big concern. JC stuff animating this. That's my main concern. Followed by if they visualize the sound or not, and my third concern, which is probably the least, is how they're gonna adapt like this. How they're gonna adapt like these types of scenes. So yeah, this is a long video, I think. This is 37 minutes of me talking about the PV. This is how much I care about this show, okay? Please don't mess it up. It still has a lot of time, okay? It's coming in 2026. But I talked 37 minutes of this just for this. Just for this. This. Just for not even a minute of a PV just because I just care about this show. I really love tuning into Midnight Hearts, okay? Hopefully they don't mess it up. It will pain my heart. But either way, I probably when tuning into the Midnight Hearts when tuning into Midnight Heart actually have a anime adaptation, I might upload weekly each episode, and might talk about how I feel about it. Like, I'm not gonna do that to Shangri-La Frontiers. Shangri-La Frontiers is more. I do want to talk about that manga / anime soon. But definitely not weekly. But like this show, Tune in Midnight Hearts, I will do a weekly for. Sounds like I like Tune into Midnight Hearts more, but I just care about the visualization more for this than Shangri-La Frontiers, because Shangri-La Frontiers is more of the lore base I really enjoy. And also, C2C is already doing a really good job of Shangri-La Frontiers. I don't need to say, I need to just analyze every single frame of each episode, blah blah blah, because I know. But Tune into Midnight Heart, I do want to see how to adapt it in each episode, because this really matters. Like this manga really matters, because this is something this manga is visually impressive. Like, I would highly recommend it. Yeah, if you're not a big fan of harem mangas, yeah, that's fair. But you probably can't get into this that much. But honestly, even for harem manga standards, this is really good. Like, this is definitely what I want a harem to feel like. It is nothing stupid. No, I mean, there are a little misunderstandings, but they're very quickly solved. It doesn't annoy me. There is nothing that really annoyed me with this manga. It's consistently good. I just love it, man. This is like, okay. I'm gonna end it here because I'm just talking too much, man. I'm absolutely talking too much. Like 40 minutes now. Okay, I'm just gonna end it here. So yeah, thank you for watching me talk about a PV for 40 minutes and talk about how my expectations of this manga, blah 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 blah. This is definitely a bigger episode. I mean, bigger video of it, and I'm probably not gonna edit it because I don't want to edit a 40-minute episode, and I just want to keep everything in there. So yeah, hopefully, don't mess it up. Like, I care about this so much. And yeah. Man, this is not the thing I was expecting me to upload now. It's the 15th. I probably want to... Oh. I don't know how to end things, man. I wish I can end things like... I wish I could end things like Tune Into Midnight Hearts. But I'm not that type of person. Also, I didn't even show Tune Into Midnight Hearts. Like, I'm talking about, like... It's a big mess, man. Anyways, bye.